Right now, a Madison High School teacher is charged with 2 felonies. We'll tell you the charges faced here and what response we're getting tonight from the district.
Also, in search of mentors, how you can help big brothers, big sisters of Dane County trim a long wait list and make a positive difference in the lives of children in our area.
And Governor Evers says no to another request by Republicans to redraw legislative maps, what it means before Wisconsin's next election. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. We begin with developing news tonight. A La Follette teacher faces multiple charges after allegedly recording men changing in a locker room without their consent. Our
Jalen Banks joins us with what we know and the Madison School District's response tonight. Jalen?
Jason Wu, a math teacher at La Follette High School, appeared in court January 22nd and bonded the same day. The charges stem from an incident that occurred on May 7th of last year on UW's campus at the Nicholas Recreation Center, where a phone was discovered recording people changing in a men's locker room. Court records show that Wu on May 12th admitting to police for intentionally recording in the locker room and saying, quote, "I pressed the record button on my phone and I'm ready to face any consequences that may arise." He also said, "I know that it is 100% inappropriate." In a call with News 3 Now, Wu confirmed he is a teacher at La Follette and is the person charged in the Nicholas incident, who is currently listed on the La Follette High School website as a math teacher. The Madison School District said they are aware of the incident but are unable to comment on a personnel matter. Wu faces charges of intentionally recorded a nude or partially nude person and attempting to intentionally record a nude or partially nude person. As we gather more information, we will keep you updated on there. And for more information on this story, you can find it on our website at channel3000.com.
Jalen, thank you. Next tonight, an adult and child were injured after a rollover crash near the Capitol Square yesterday. About 11 a.m., first responders were called to the 100 block of West Wash to find an SUV. There you see it, resting on its side door. A child and adult were both stuck inside. Crews broke through the back window to free the child, who was in a car seat. Firefighters then cut the windshield of the SUV, where the driver was then able to crawl out. Both the driver and child were taken to the hospital. Their injuries are said to be non-life-threatening.
In Vernon County, 5 people were injured and a 63-year-old man was arrested for driving under the influence after a crash involving a truck and a buggy. Around 9 o'clock last night, the truck collided with a horse-drawn buggy on Coal Ash Road near County Road C. The truck was headed southeast and hit the buggy going the opposite direction. All 5 people in the buggy suffered serious injuries. 3 were taken to a hospital in Hillsborough. The other 2 were taken to Richland Hospital, but later transported to UW Hospital in Madison. The 63-year-old man was arrested for OWI causing injury.
Next tonight, those mild temperatures are sticking around southern Wisconsin, with even some 40s ahead in our forecast.
We'll also be dry, and any fog will mainly be late at night, if we'll see any at all. So let's get a look at the forecast now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary?
Yeah, that is good news. Still cloudy out here right now, but I think even that will change as we head into tomorrow. As we take a look at visible cloud track, you'll see lots of clouds across southern Wisconsin, but look up toward the upper left side of the picture over toward the Twin Cities, Minneapolis there. Notice how skies are starting to clear. They have very little snow on the ground, too. So that clearing is starting to spread southeastward, and we will see that later on tonight. Otherwise, very little precipitation across the Midwest, and I don't expect much over the next week or so. Even pinpoint visibility is now at or above 10 miles for all the major reporting stations over southern Wisconsin. Low temperatures last night, generally in the middle 30s. You can see Janesville 36 degrees, Madison 35. Right now, temperatures only a few degrees above that. We're at 37 in town. Janesville's also at 37 here in Dane County, 37 in Middleton, 39 degrees in Verona, and 37 in Belleville. Otherwise, look for mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures holding nearly steady, right around 35, give or take a degree or 2 through the evening, but not looking for any precipitation. Later on, I'll take a look at how mild our temperatures will get as we head through the rest of this week and into next week as well.
All right, Gary, thank you. Big brothers and sisters of Dane County looking for mentors to fill a massive need in the organization.
One volunteer is sharing his experience with the program with our Catherine Merck, who shows us a snapshot of a boy who has received support.
About 200 children are currently on the wait list for Dane County Big Brothers Big Sisters. People like Caleb say having a mentee has changed their life.
We're at 4.5 years with my little brother Edward.
As Caleb Frosterman shows me these pictures,
Here's this funny one. He's hiding from the camera.
He smiles and laughs at the memories they've created through the Big Brothers Big Sisters program.
As the big, I've learned so much and grown so much from these littles.
The Dane County affiliate of the organization is launching a new initiative to try to fill the need for young boys in our area.
We're hoping that there are more men in our community that will step up.
The group's CEO says the commitment is very minimal for the large impact it has on these boys.
It doesn't have to be this large outing. It could be a simple, like, hey, let's go to the movies, let's go get ice cream.
As for Caleb,
so it's been fun to watch Edward grow, but I know he's changed me in a lot of ways too.
He wants others to be able to look back on their photos and make their own memories.
The relationship that I have with my little is one of the most important things in my life.
Big Brothers and Big Sisters is having a launch of their campaign event at Lake Louis Brewing tomorrow evening. More information is on our website. Reporting in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And our partners at Madison Magazine have a link to the Big Brothers Big Sisters website where you can sign up to be a volunteer just like Caleb.
At the state capitol today, Governor Tony Evers rejected a new proposal by Republicans to redraw the state's legislative districts.
And political reporter Will Keneally has more on where this may go from here. Will?
Well, at the heart of this issue isn't really the geography of where the voters vote, but how many Republicans and how many Democrats there are in the state capitol. Now, Democrats have long complained that Republicans have rigged the maps in their favor and run up supermajorities in the state legislature. But Republicans have tried a couple of different ways to tweak the maps to get Democrats on board. But the state's Democratic governor says that the latest Republican effort was just not enough. He spoke shortly after vetoing the proposal.
My promise to the people of Wisconsin is that I will always fight for fair maps. I will not accept anything less. It's about doing the right thing, and it's as simple as that. That's why today I'm delivering on my promise to the people of our state and vetoing the maps Republicans introduced and passed last week.
Now, because the governor and the legislature are at a deadlock over how to draw the legislative lines, that means that we will likely see the state Supreme Court step in. Now, why is that important? That's because liberals now have the majority on the high court and could rule in favor of Democrats. That's been a concern among Republican lawmakers, including Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who says in a statement that, quote, the governor's actions today only solidifies his trust in the Wisconsin Supreme Court to give him even more partisan gerrymandered maps for Democrats. However, the high court decides to draw the maps, they will have to work very quickly to do so. Candidates start circulating their nomination papers in April and have to know what districts they're running in.
We will continue to follow it, Will. Thank you. New tonight at 5, the Illinois State Board of Elections voted unanimously today to dismiss a challenge to former President Donald Trump's candidacy. But the decision is not expected to be the final word on the matter. The panel voted 8-0 on a bipartisan basis to dismiss the challenge, finding that it didn't have jurisdiction to decide a dispute involving the 14th Amendment. The decision can be appealed in state courts where judges could potentially remove Trump from the ballot based on the insurrectionist ban that was ratified after the Civil War.
A live look at the White House in Washington tonight. The House Republicans are moving closer to possibly impeaching Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over his handling of immigration at the southern border, over what they call his willful and systemic refusal to enforce immigration laws. House Republicans allege he violated the law by allowing the release of migrants awaiting court proceedings, and they claim he lied to lawmakers about whether the southern border was secure. The GOP effort follows unprecedented border crossing levels in the month of December, though those numbers have since fallen.
Secretary Mayorkas' actions have forced our hand. We cannot allow this border crisis to continue. We cannot allow fentanyl to flood across our border, our criminals to waltz in undeterred. And we cannot allow a cabinet secretary with no regard for the separation of powers or the rule of law to remain in office.
House Speaker Mike Johnson intends to bring the issue up for a full vote, but an impeachment is unlikely to move forward in the Democratic-controlled Senate. A U.S. cabinet official has not been impeached since shortly after the Civil War.
We now know the identities of the 3 American troops who were killed in a drone attack in Jordan. 46-year-old Sergeant William Rivers, 24-year-old Specialist Kennedy Sanders, and 23-year-old Specialist Brianna Moffett all died. The drone strike that killed them originated from an aircraft that approached their outpost at the same time an American drone was returning. The military was not certain at the time if the drone was hostile. It's believe that it was launched by an Iranian-backed militia group.
In France, tempers are flaring as farmers are demanding better prices for their products and more government support. French farmers say this is their last straw. Across the country, they're burning tires, spraying government buildings with manure, and shutting down the roads to Paris. This coming after the French government announced plans to cut subsidies. Farming heavily regulated in France, which makes it expensive. The country also imports cheap food, pricing out local farmers. Anger is growing across the border as well, with furious farmers in Belgium, Italy, and Germany also taking to their tractors, hoping to cultivate change. Still to come at 5, we turn it back over to Gary for a complete look at his first warn forecast, including every weatherman's favorite holiday, Groundhog Day.
And making sure that every kid has a chance to enjoy recess, even those with disabilities. How Madison is answering that call just ahead.
And on Wall Street, the Dow Jones already hits its 7th record high close of the first month of the year, up 134 points. Ignore what you see on your screen there. Up to 38,467. The NASDAQ falls 118, S&P 500 down 3. We'll be right back.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your big promotion.
And to your new house.
I know.
What? I guess you had to move fast in this market.
Right? Best thing I did was get a pre-approval from Summit. Once I knew my budget, I only looked at homes I could make a serious offer on.
And how's construction going on your place?
1 month left.
Must be stressful.
Actually, no. I'm working with Summit too, and they've been great about answering all my questions and guiding me along. It's been easy.
Whether you're building or buying a home, Summit Credit Union is here to help.
It's the annual RV show and sale you don't want to miss at Interstate RV, February 2nd through the 4th. Great RV show pricing just up the road. Highway 51, Poinet.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it this new year for only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Menards is your plumbing headquarters. We carry everything you need for your bathroom. Check out our great selection of over 50 Magic Woods Elements vanities. These vanities are built with superior quality and a unique style to complement your home. Get the Haverhill vanity for $349.99 after rebate. Put the finishing touches on your bathroom with a faucet from Moen. Moen products are built to last. This mica matte black faucet is $149.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Madison is creating more inclusive playgrounds for students. We examine how the plans will make the areas more accessible for all. And a parent speaks out after they say a local high school failed to inform them of a teacher's arrest. What they had to say tonight at 6.
Join us for the night of fun and fundraising at the annual Andy North Trivia Night.
It's always a night to remember. February 15th at the Sylvie. Find tickets at andynorthandfriends.com.
If you didn't do anything for Valentine's Day, this is your chance to catch up.
We'll see you there.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
According to the U.S. Department of Education, roughly 15% of school-age children in Wisconsin have a disability. So how do we make sure they can experience school in the same ways as students without disabilities?
Well, experts say the answer is by building more inclusive playgrounds. Our Kyle Pozorski's live tonight with why more and more are being built and their importance to kids of all ages. Kyle?
Good evening. I'm here at Oscar Rembom Park. It's on the west side of Madison. And the inclusive playground equipment that you're actually seeing here around me was installed last year by the City of Madison Parks Division. It was also back in September when the City of Madison, the Madison Metropolitan School District, completed work on a similar project, putting equipment in schools across the city. And you're actually going to be seeing some of the video here now, what these playgrounds look like. The answer to the question why you're seeing more of these pop up in Madison is because of a complete paradigm shift in playground construction, creating a space where all kids can have a lot of fun.
It's not about having like one playground in the city that's accessible for a certain group of needs. Like, you want to have everyone playing together.
That's Alyssa Brown and Nick Gurrow from MMSD. Work that the two did over the past year is a big reason why we're seeing better accessible equipment in Madison. Nick actually calling it the high mark of his career. And this is all part of a story that I'm working on about how an often overlooked sector of kids are now being included in new playground construction. Later on tonight at 6, I'm going to be digging into the reason why now, their answers, and the reason these projects are so important for kids with disabilities. Eric and Susan.
All right, looking forward to it, Kyle. Thank you. And if you thought this month's snowfall was a lot here in Anchorage, they have just eclipsed the century mark of snow fallen this season. Yesterday marked the earliest recorded date in which the city passed that milestone. Over the weekend, the Anchorage area saw more than 16 inches of snow, and this now marks back-to-back years that more than 100 inches of snow had been recorded in a season. Now look now at your first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti joins us. Gary?
Yeah, a lot of snow on the ground in Alaska. Anchorage normally gets about 77 inches for the entire season, so they've already eclipsed that. And you can see this is snow on the ground. Much of Alaska, especially from Anchorage up toward Fairbanks and eastward, these darker red areas, over 30 inches of snow on the ground. But almost the entire state is covered with a thick blanket of snow, except right along the coast. But even that's kind of rare because usually winds off of the ocean bring them milder conditions and more rain than snow. But you can see even down, right down to almost toward north of Juneau, above normal snowfall on the ground. But take a look at what's happened to the snowfall across the upper Midwest. A lot of that has eroded away. As I said yesterday, I was up in the Twin Cities. They've got no snow on the ground, and temperatures yesterday were in the 50s. So our snowfall, our snow on the ground is really starting to diminish pretty quickly, and a lot of this is going to melt away over the next week because you have temperatures right now that are in the 60s over that bare ground across Kansas into Nebraska, South Dakota, even almost to the U.S.-Canadian border. We're still in the 30s, and a lot of that is due to cloud cover from the melting snow, but once we get some sunshine, temperatures should be back at least into the 40s. 3 things you need to know. It's going to be dry now through next Wednesday, so not going to add to the snow, not going to add any rain either, so that'll help the fog situation. It'll also be mild through at least Friday of next week with temperatures at or above 40 degrees, a couple of days close to 50 over that stretch, and even beyond the 10-day forecast, I'm still looking for above normal temperatures into at least next weekend. And then the next chance of rain is probably going to be a chance Thursday afternoon, better chances Thursday night into Friday of next week, and most of that will be in the form of rain. Maybe by Friday night we could see some flakes of snow mix in with the rain. But as we take a look at Doppler track, just a few flurries off of Lake Superior. Other than that, Wisconsin is pretty dry. And as far as the high temperature trend over the next 10 days, again, average high temperature goes from 27 to 30 now. And yet, look at where our temperatures are going to be. A good 15 to almost 20 degrees above those normals. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook taking us through the middle of February, calling for high probabilities, 90% or greater, that we're going to see above normal temperatures in our part of the country. The west will stay colder than normal, but precipitation will start to come up. That storm system at the end of next week will bring some rain, and there could be another one after that, could either rain or snow. But like I say, I mean, this has been a kind of unusual January. Warm, then cold, then warm again. Planning your night, look for mostly cloudy skies, at least to start out with. Temperatures in the middle 30s. By midnight, they're down to around 33 here in Madison. But notice we start to see some breaks in the clouds, and a lot of this will be high-level clouds later on. So we'll see partly cloudy skies by morning with low temperatures dropping to around 30. Planning your night across Dane County, low of 30 in Waterloo, 30 in Windsor, and 31 in Brooklyn. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, low temperature 30 in Lone Rock, 31 Prairie du Chien, and 30 in Watertown. For tomorrow, partly sunny skies, a little milder. High temperature up at 41 degrees. And if you like that forecast, you're going to love the first warn 7 to 10-day forecast. Lower 40s through the Friday, middle 40s for the weekend with a little more sunshine mixed in there. Lower 40s Monday and Tuesday, back to the mid to upper 40s at the end of next week. And again, the next chance of rain Chance Thursday afternoon, better chances Thursday night into Friday of next week. Temperatures will start to turn a little colder by Friday. Now, as we take a look at first warn traffic right now, just a few delays on the Beltline, actually just a few slowdowns. There were some delays earlier, but even those have dissipated. So we're looking at pretty normal travel times. Beltline either direction, close to 15 minutes. Inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown, a quick 17 minutes today. And all the outbound traffic looking good. 25 minutes from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue takes you 19 minutes. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
All right, thank you, Gary. The retired NASA space shuttle Endeavour is now once again poised to take off at the California Science Center in Los Angeles. Endeavour flew 25 missions between 1992 and 2011 when NASA's shuttle program ended. Last night, a huge crane lifted the 172,000-pound spacecraft into a vertical position for a 20-story tall display that will look like it's about to blast off.
And this is such a big moment and so exciting to see the space shuttle stack all here and done. It was incredible, a little scary, but it was really great, and the whole team did a great job.
There's still a lot of work to do before it opens to the public, but once it's all set up, an earthquake-proof building will go up around it. Still to come tonight at 5, it's another year the top of global sales for a certain automaker. See which brands were number 1 and 2 in total vehicles sold. That's coming up next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do you suffer from acid reflux, heartburn, or have trouble swallowing? Join Dr. Aaron Schwab on February 8th at 5:30 p.m. to learn how the LINX procedure may help. To register for the free online talk, visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events.
News 3 Now and Vortex presents Spirit of Service, honoring those who've made a real difference in our community.
Do you know a veteran whose actions have been a positive force in the area? If so, nominate them for the Spirit of Service Award.
Log on to channel3000.com, nominate a veteran, and tell us why they're a pillar in our community. A winner will be selected on March 11th.
Help us celebrate our hometown heroes.
The Spirit of Service Award, presented by Vortex.
Accidents don't just happen Monday through Friday or during the daytime hours. That's why our team is here for you every day, evenings, weekends, and holidays. Because we understand how important it is to get you the help you need immediately, to answer your questions, and to start building your case as quickly as possible. No matter when your accident happens, the help you need is just one call away. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
The Monsters of Destruction are coming, and coming with a vengeance. Redneck Rampage against the Grain, War Wizard, Double Trouble, and the Veteran are ready to put on one heck of a show. Plus, Freestyle Motocross is back. X-Games rider Willie Elam and friends with action you don't want to miss. Day and night shows ready to blow your mind. Every ticket is a pit pass. Come early to meet the drivers. Take a ride in a real monster truck. Don't miss the Monsters of Destruction at the Alliant Energy Center February 3rd and 4th. Get your tickets now at monstersofdestruction.com.
Goldman Cars is having a huge sale with tons of vehicles under $14,995 or $259 per month. Don't miss out on our huge sale with the best selection of SUVs and cars, all at affordable prices. Go to GoldmanCars.com or come on in and check out our huge sale with tons of vehicles under $14,995 or $259 per month. Just ask for me, Crystal the Pistol Goldman. Go to Goldman Cars, east or west.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
Donate blood at Stoughton Health's upcoming blood drive on February 16th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event will be hosted at our Community Health and Wellness Center. Sign up online at bloodcenter.org.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs as part of a bid to save $1 billion in costs. Managers and contractors will make up most of those layoffs. The cuts come as UPS issues a disappointing sales outlook for the year. UPS lost business last year as customers concerned about a possible strike by Teamsters shifted shipments to rival carriers. UPS said it expects to get most of that business back, but so far it's only gotten about 60% back of that lost business. Meanwhile, the federal government reports the number of available jobs in the U.S. unexpectedly rose last month. According to seasonally adjusted data, the U.S. had more than 9 million job openings in December. Economists had expected job openings in December to drop for a fourth straight month.
Toyota remains the world's biggest automaker by sales for the fourth consecutive year. The Japanese manufacturer sold a record 11 million vehicles last year, beating out rival Volkswagen. Toyota attributed its growth to demand and the easing of semiconductor shortages. Still, the company is facing some issues. Earlier this week, Toyota announced it was suspending shipments of certain models after finding irregularities in certification tests. And last week, Toyota warned owners of about 50,000 vehicles to get their cars repaired immediately because of potentially exploding airbags.
Amazon Prime members, you might have noticed something different. Prime Video will now feature ads. This week, Prime Video started running ads in its shows and movies. To avoid them, you'll have to pay $2.99 more a month. That change was first announced back in September. The company didn't reveal how long those ad breaks will run. Prime Video is included in the $139 yearly Prime subscription, which provides you free shipping on deliveries. A recent Morgan Stanley report predicts Prime Video ads will generate more than $3 billion in additional revenue this year, soaring up to $7 billion by the year 2026.
Philips is halting sales of its CPAP breathing machines as part of a settlement with the FDA. The company recalled upwards of 1 million breathing machines last year amid reports that they were blowing gas and foam into users' airways. The final amount of the settlement will depend partially on the number of claims filed. It needs to get federal court approval first. Under the settlement, the company must continue servicing CPAP machines that are already in use.
And we'll be right back. A final check of your First One forecast after a short break.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Want to instantly look more attractive, years younger, and even healthier? The solution is whiter teeth. Even teeth that are just a little yellow are a problem. They rob your appearance, make you look older, and can hurt your confidence. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." So from that point on, I've been sold.
My absolute favorite thing was how easy it was. It takes literally less than 5 minutes.
Power Swabs has made a really big difference in lifting the stains and making my smile more beautiful.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. And after 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Plus, unlike other whitening methods, Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. Power Swabs are easier on your gums and cause less sensitivity.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth. With the Power Swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It's time to discover what you've been missing. Now, it's your turn to get started with Power Swabs.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the Power Swabs.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now for a special offer to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping. Order right now and take the Power Swab's 5-minute challenge. If your teeth aren't a full 2 shades whiter after your first application, simply return it and you'll get your money back.
It's the annual RV show and sale you don't want to miss at Interstate RV, February 2nd through the 4th. Great RV show pricing just up the road. Highway 51, Poinet.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Watch Wisconsin Huddle, Friday nights at 6:30.
The highest art is beautiful, timeless, inspired by the divine. Shen Yun. Coming to Milwaukee and Madison, February 3rd through the 11th.
Coming up tonight on the CBS Evening News. Norah O'Donnell's exclusive report flying over the Red Sea, where Houthi militia attacks have disrupted trillions in global trade. How the U.S. military is trying to protect vital shipping lanes. Those headlines and more tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And then coming up at 6, we show you how the Janesville Fire Department is preparing for ice emergencies for both you and your four-legged friends.
Well, Thanksgiving long gone now, of course, but a wild turkey got some people talking in Ohio the other day. This was last Thursday outside Cleveland. This turkey stopped in the middle of an intersection and just decided, I'm staying right here. Yep. I'm not going anywhere.
So a couple of police officers jumped in to help get the bird to safety. The officers managed not to ruffle the turkey's feathers, and they helped turn the bird over to the state's Natural Resources Department. The agency is hoping to find a new home for the turkey. Is he still standing out there far away from traffic?
Well, if the police department was involved, don't they have to pardon him on Thanksgiving?
We'll get
under the president.
Taken to safety. Let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast. We saw that ice, those rescues they're working on. We've really melted a lot of stuff last week.
I would be very careful going out on the ice at this point. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. At least not much in the way of fog there. I can't really see any, but it is cloudy. Not any precipitation anywhere around here. The last of the snow heading into Ohio and away from us. Current temperatures are above freezing. 37 Madison, 37 Janesville. It's actually a little warmer to the north and west. Notice 39 in La Crosse, and that's because there's less snow on the ground there. Otherwise, 37 in Belleville, 37 in Oregon, and 36 in Sun Prairie. Look for temperatures right around 35, give or take a degree or two through the evening.
All right, Gary, thank you. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next. Stay tuned.